Dan Orlovsky from ESPN's Get Up had this to say about the Browns if Deshaun Watson plays most of the games this year.
If Deshaun Watson plays 14 games plus, they're a Super Bowl contender. They're a bona fide division champion and Super Bowl contender. Last time we watched Deshaun Watson play football, 2020, the best quarterback in all of football with the worst running game in football. Now he's going to Cleveland, and he has the best running game, or one of the best running games in football. But if he plays 12 games, Dan, or 12 or less, they don't have a chance because the division is too good, the conference is too good. But if he gets 14 games in, they got a chance to knock off a team that has an MVP in Baltimore. They got a team, or a chance to knock off the team that represented the conference last year in the AFC when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals. He's that good of a player. Dominant offensive line, two good receivers in Amari Cooper and their draft pick David Bell, really good tight ends, a defensive line that's active, a secondary that's young and talented. If he's able to play a good amount of games, they can win that division and go to the Super Bowl.
And G. Bush, you saw the Browns, one of the favorites as far as the odds go. I get where he's going with it, but if the first four games are winnable with Jacoby Brissett, I believe.
Yes, they are. And if think about it, if you change a couple of games around there, you're looking bad. If you get, say for instance, you get the Chargers, you mess around and get one of the division teams early. A couple years ago, they were giving us Pittsburgh or Baltimore. It seemed like the first game of the season. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But look at it. I look at it, and sometimes I just don't. Sometimes you, as a Browns fan, you don't want to just jump out there because the Browns have supposed to have been in the Super Bowl how many years in a row? Like now, like even going back to when they got Odell Beckham Jr., we was like, oh, Super Bowl. Then the year later, we turned around in 2020. We followed that up with a good year. We thought we had the Chiefs beat. Then last year we take another drop. People talk about Super Bowl and the team is loaded, but the difference is the quarterback. Before we was hoping Baker was going to take the step, right? Now we already got a guy that already took the step. He's already there. He's already become that dude before he got here. Add the fact that you got one of the most potent running games. Add the fact that your defense is being solidified, and the fact that you got weapons. And I just keep saying Amari Cooper, man. Amari Cooper would have been our best receiver last year. Facts. Like he would have been our best receiver last year. I mean, he's a better receiver than we've had in a long time. We got tight ends, we got running backs. It's just about them putting it together. I'll say this: these games, I got all the respect. I got all the respect in the world for the Kansas City Chiefs. I got all the respect in the world for the Bills. And we know the Cincinnati Bengals and the Ravens aren't going to go nowhere. But the Cleveland Browns, roster for roster, position for position, none of those teams can say that on paper that they're just better than the Browns. It's just about who goes out and plays better that day. Because if you look at everywhere, especially at quarterback, none of those guys can say I'm head and shoulders better than the Browns. And I think that this is going to be a heck of an AFC, and it's going to be beautiful to watch in the playoffs.